When did you have a terrible mistake at the workplace? 919-860-115. And I'm really hoping it's one of those things that you can laugh about now. And I realize that no matter what you say, it's not going to be to the level of the story we're about to tell you. A $81 trillion mistake was made by a single employee at CitiGroup last year. This news now circulating after being reported. The craziest part in all of this, they were only trying to send $280.
The difference is coming out of his paycheck.
They credited a client's account with $81 trillion when it meant to only send $280. How this happens, I have no idea. Obviously, those numbers are very different. But I guess behind the scenes,
just a little.
But I guess behind the scenes with these massive banks, they have procedures and protocols where these things don't actually get transferred in that moment. There's barriers they have to get through. But even crazier, I guess, is this happened a lot with CitiGroup over the last couple of years, where they've had these quote-unquote near misses, I guess, where they've transferred a ton of money or are about to. So anyway, you got to be careful about the numbers that you're putting
If only it was like McDonald's, where you get the wrong order, but you get to keep it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you just keep it. If only it was like that.
I know. Well, you were saying off air that the amount, how much money is in the world's economy?
I heard $81 trillion, and I thought,
which is nuts.
Okay, hold on. I have to Google something. Guys, there's only, in the entire world, all of Earth and Mars, there's only $80 trillion.
And this is an $81 trillion mistake. So everybody's wallet would have all of a sudden gone empty.
Gone. We would have looked in our accounts. What?
Wait a second.
All
what
of us would have had
happens?
those low account balance text messages that I get like 3 times a week.
So none probably rise to this level, but when did you royally screw up at work? 919-860-115. Not to the same level, but it takes me back to Brian and I's previous job where he left his mic on for about, 30 minutes or 40 minutes? What happened to you that one time, Brian?
Oh, boy. When I,
Brian was
30 minutes?
Somebody
or 10 minutes.
Yes, I was doing the night show at Radio Now in Indianapolis, and our Twitter account had been hacked. And while I was on the air, I see coming through our hotline, our boss is calling.
Oh, that's never good.
So I pick up the phone, and it's Leo, and Leo is frantic. What happened to the Twitter account? And I said, I don't effing know.
And for the record, when someone calls you and you're working aboard in a radio station, you answer the phone through the board. It's not like you're picking
through the mic. Yeah, the microphone.
So
you're talking to the microphone.
You said that loud and clear.
Oh, I did.
And it went on, and his mics were on the entire time.
30 seconds into a profanity-laced, frantic conversation that I realized after I'd finished my break, I'd forgotten to pull the microphone down.
Don't you hate it when you have those moments? Because you feel cold. Your whole body goes cold.
What have I
was
done?
Dead.
Yeah.
Sarah,
What
you
have I done?
buried me.
Yes.
Yep.
What have I done? When did you screw up royally at work?
Anyway.
919-860-115.
What's funny is I got called into Leo's office on Monday and got a warning and had some paperwork I had to sign.
I'm sure you did.
Leo, you know what happened. Yeah. But I got to have you sign this.
What happened to you? We'd love to hear your story. It's Kyle, Bryony, and Sarah at Mix 101.5.
That is.
Ron in Fayetteville with us right now. Good morning, Ron.
Good morning.
What happened to you, my friends?
Well, many, many years ago, I worked at a radio station here in Fayetteville. And one evening, I was doing the weather forecast. And at the time, I was drinking Coca-Colas, and I was like drinking them down back to back. And right in the middle of the weather forecast, I let out a loud belch right over the air.
Oh, to have been in the car to hear that happen. I would have laughed so hard.
Nothing you could do about it, right, Ron?
No, there was nothing I could do about it. The phone started jumping off the hook, and people say, "You're excused," and I'm like, yes, yeah, I know. My best friend had called me and said, "Ron, what did you just do?" I let out a loud belch over the air.
It's funny because go ahead.
And then the general manager of the radio station called, and I said, "Oh my God,
no!" It gives you a window into who's listening in moments like that. Whenever you have these people calling out of the woodwork, you're like,
Right?
"Mom, you never listen." Damn.
Just when you think no one's listening, everybody's listening.
Exactly.
And Ron, great note for Sarah,
listening,
because
yeah.
Sarah's got to read the temperature here in like 2 minutes.
Oh.
Maybe think about inserting that into the
I wish
forecast.
I've always wanted to be able to swallow air and burp. It's not a talent I have.
Ron, thank you for calling in, man. You have a great week, all right, if we don't talk to you before the end of
I'll
it.
do the same.